All right, guys, welcome to the Team Inspire Ultimate Reset Call. I've been gathering information all day to bring to you guys for tonight's call, and I'm going to leave some time at the end for questions. I know that there's a lot of you that are thinking of doing the reset or are doing the reset and weren't able to make this call, so I'll make it available to all of you guys as well. I want to start off this call by sharing with you guys my experience with the Ultimate Reset. This will be my third time doing it. I did it the first time. I became a customer in March of 2010, and I think I did the reset in like August or September of that year. So I started with Power 90, an old classic that isn't even out anymore. And then I went into Turbo Fire, and then I did the reset. So I wanted to share with you guys my first and my second experience because they were drastically different. My first experience with the reset was amazing. However, I will tell you guys, it wasn't super easy. And I would rather not sugarcoat things for you guys. I want you guys to know what you can expect. And if it doesn't hit you this way, then that's just a bonus. But the first time I did the reset, you guys, I could feel my body ridding itself of toxins. I would say the first 10 days, this is a 21-day reset. The first 10 days, I was pretty moody. I think it's a good thing my partner was doing it with me because I probably would have killed him. And a couple other friends of ours, a couple of ours did it with us. So I would say the first 10 days, I could feel it. I was tired, I was moody, all of the typical symptoms that come with the detox, headaches, a little bit of tiredness in the afternoon, those kind of things. And then I will say after day 10, I started to get a tremendous amount of energy. And so at the end of the reset, I knew my body had changed because I could feel it happening. I could feel the toxins leaving my body. At the end of that cleanse, I had shattered a weight loss plateau. I had been at for years by 13 pounds, so not just a little, no. And that wasn't just fat, that was garbage leaving my body. I felt more mental clarity, which was a huge one for me. I felt faster, I felt stronger in my workouts. I could feel that my metabolism had been reset. And I have been maintaining that weight ever since. So that was 3 years ago now. So like I said, I'm not going to say that it was super easy, but it was such an amazing journey with food. That's one of the things you guys are going to notice. This is going to take you on an incredible food journey. And a lot of the recipes I keep and I still make them throughout whatever I'm doing. The second time I did it, the year later, the following year, it was drastically different. I did not detox nearly as bad. I could tell that my health was just on a different level. And it was big in part from doing the reset, but then continuing to stay healthy. And I try to do this reset once a year because I think it is so good for you guys. And I'm going to get into tonight what exactly it does for you. I'm going to get into what you can expect, some frequently asked questions. And like I said, I want to make sure I leave time for you guys to ask questions, but no, we'll be opening up a group like we do everything else. And so you'll have whatever opportunity to ask questions you need. So what you can expect weight loss, but I have to be honest with you guys, that's just a bonus from doing the reset. That isn't what you should be focused on. What you should be focused on is what you're doing for the inside. This is if you will, insanity for your inside. Like you are going to go through such an internal change and such an amazing thing you're doing for your body. And I'm going to get into exactly what the supplements are going to do. But some other things that you can expect are lower BMI, which is our overall goal because that is your overall health number. You can lower triglycerides, blood pressure, cholesterol. You're going to remove harmful toxins, increase energy, boost mood and mental clarity. Who couldn't use a little bit of both of those? Reduce inflammation and improve regularity. So I've been recommending this to a couple. I've recently met a few people with MS. I know we have a few people in the groups with cancer. So this is going to be really, really good. Flush out your organs, flush out your tissues, flush out the toxins. But not only that, you're going to replenish by the end. So these supplements I'm going to kind of get into. First, I wanted to talk about the 3 phases. There's 3 phases of the reset. phase 1 is reclaim, which you're going to balance inner chemistry and kind of prepare your body for what's about to come in the following couple weeks. Number 2 is release. You're going to release toxic compounds that are clogging your cells and stored in your tissues. So anything that we're putting in our bodies, and that could range anywhere from food and drinks to hair products and makeup, to our environment outside and just being exposed to a lot of chemicals. We store all of that in our tissues and our muscles. And the third phase is restore, and you're going to restore your metabolism to the maximum efficiency while fortifying your body with nutrients, enzymes, and probiotics. So I'm going to get into what 6 supplements come with the refresh, because other than the supplements, it really is a whole food eating healthy cleanse. So it's really the supplements that bring the punch. So the 6 supplements are Detox, Alkalinize, that word is always so hard for me to say, so I'll trip up on it every time I say it during this call. Soothe, Mineralize, Optimize, and Revitalize. So I did some video watching today with our favorite healthy guru, Darren O'Lean, and he explained each of the supplements. So I want to break them down a little bit so you guys know exactly what you're going to be doing for your body. Alkalinize, I did good that time. What is it and how does it support your body? It's a super green mix, and it's primarily made up of organic wheatgrass, barley grass, oatgrass, and kamut grass. And what this does is it helps to balance the body's pH and help all systems work in harmony. Our body should remain at a pH between 7.3 and 7.4, and a lot of the things that we introduce to our bodies, like acidic beverages, whether it be sodas or juices or alcohol or different kinds of foods, that can take our body to a more acidic level. So anything below a 7.0 is considered acidic. Things like meat, dairy, alcohol, sodas, like I said, so meat and dairy and stuff like that can make the body go acidic. And Alkalinize will kind of stable that out and work to keep your pH in balance. Detox is organic fibers, herbs, and spices from all over the world. A few of them were camu, flax seeds, chia seeds, and a lot more. There's a lot more that goes into that one. What this does, this is going to be your gentle colon cleanse, and it also supports the immune system and overall health and well-being. Your colon is responsible for hydration, absorption of nutrients, eliminating toxins, immune system health, and digestive health, so it's important that that organ is working at or functioning at a high level. If you're feeling like sluggish, gas, bloating, that is typically signs that your colon is under distress. Bentonite clay is one of the herbs in this, or one of the clays in this, and that will absorb toxins in your colon and work to eliminate them. Herbs designed to support digestive and immune health. You will not be going to the bathroom all day. This is still a very gentle cleanse. You guys will hear a lot of cleanses out there that people are like, oh my God, I had to run to the bathroom. Anything that puts your body under that much distress is really cleansing in a negative manner. Any cleanses or something that's supposed to be benefiting your body should not make your body react that way. So I will say, other than peeing, you're going to be peeing a lot because you're going to be drinking a lot of water and possibly green teas and things like that, but you're not going to be running to the bathroom in an uncomfortable way. Mineralize is the other supplement. It is a natural pink salt from the Himalayas, and this cleanse that was like the #1 thing it taught me. Normal salts that we use actually strip our bodies of minerals. But the pink Himalayan salt that comes with the cleanse, or that comes, you can get it in a grocery store, it has 84 trace minerals in it. So you're actually adding minerals back into your body, whereas normal table salts or some of the salts out there, you are taking all of those minerals out. So you're going to be adding this Mineralize to your water. You're going to be using it to season your food. It creates a cellular hydrative source, which is so good for your body on every single level. Optimize. It's a blend of systematic enzymes with added camu for immune health, lowering inflammation, and overall health and wellness. As enzymes are the labor force of the body that have millions of functions and processes. So immune system health, energy, tissue repair, inflammation. Without enzymes, life couldn't exist. So that's a pretty bold statement. Life literally could not exist without enzymes, and we do produce enzymes when our bodies are operating at their most optimum state. However, things like age, environment, foods that we add into our body, that slows enzyme production. So something like this is going to again, cleanse you out and get your body producing those enzymes at the rate that they should be again. The last supplement is Revitalize, and that is a blend of pre and probiotics. We hear a lot about these days, prebiotics, and so I'm sure a lot of you know that they're really good for gut health. They're living microorganisms that really help the gut, especially if you're on a lot of medications, antibiotics. Antibiotics save lives. They're not a bad thing. However, they don't distinguish between healthy and non-healthy gut bacteria. So especially if you've been exposed to a lot of antibiotics or some, it's important to rebuild those healthy microorganisms in your gut. So you'll hear a lot of times kombucha is the latest craze, especially out here, that has living microorganisms in them, things like Greek yogurt, things like that. So this is going to definitely clean out your gut and make sure that you can absorb minerals, vitamins, nutrients at your maximum rate of absorption. So those are the supplements that are going to come with it. You're also going to get extensive support. This comes with a lot of support, not only the group that we're going to be doing, which I think you'll be interacting in the most, but there is a Facebook group that is run by someone from corporate and knows a lot about it, and it's an ongoing group. There's a participant portal. If you haven't been to the ultimatereset.com, definitely go there, because it's a website dedicated directly to the reset, and there's lots of info on there. But you'll see a participant portal, and once you get all your materials, that's where you'll log in to get your grocery lists and all kinds of support. There's resources. There's a lot of things on that website. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do that. Our participant guidebook, if you haven't gotten your supplies yet, it comes with a really great book. So I would recommend that you order it sooner rather than later, because this is going to be a little more extensive planning than just a normal challenge pack or a program with a meal plan. So the more time you have and allow yourself to look over that book, the better. So I would highly recommend that. It really does go through absolutely everything that you need to know, including some of the things I'm talking about tonight as far as the benefits and whatnot. You're also going to get 2 DVDs. One is Reset Your Health, so it goes into more information about the cleanse and what you can expect and what it does for you. And disc 2 is a cooking class, which I thought was cool. She breaks down how to make a lot of things. So for some of you that aren't comfortable in the kitchen, there's going to be support in that area too, as well as on the website and the participant portal. They have more cooking videos in there as well. So I know one night, you make sushi. I had never made sushi at home before in my life, so I had to watch that video for sure. So it comes in handy, and she's super cute. I don't know where she came from, but she's really cute. The videos are fun. So you're going to learn a lot about nutrition as well. You get a little reset bracelet and a caddy. So when you look at that bracelet, you'll be reminded of why am I doing this, and everyone in the group is wearing this, and we're doing this together, and just kind of a comforting thing, if you will. And the caddy is if you work, you can just throw your stuff in there and carry all your reset stuff around. So I want to get into a couple of the FAQs that this might answer some of the questions that you guys have right off the bat. Will I be hungry while on this cleanse? I think that while your body's adjusting to the cleanse, especially, I'm doing this cleanse because I have been feeling sluggish and I know my sugar's been up. So like I said, once you're adjusting a little bit, I think that's normal. But you're not going to be hungry on this cleanse. You guys are going to find, in fact, you're eating 3 healthy meals, and they do allow 2 optional snacks. So I did do the snacks. I'm a snacker, and I needed those snacks, and I looked forward to those snacks, especially during week 3 when everything goes vegan. I wanted those snacks. So that's what you guys can expect. The first week, there's a little bit of protein. There's a fish and chicken, couple dinners. The second week is vegetarian, and the third week is vegan. So you're going to find, though, that the meals are big. there were a couple meals I couldn't even finish. So as far as this is not a starvation cleanse by any means, or a juice cleanse or a liquid cleanse or anything like that. You will be eating 3 big meals and 2 optional snacks if you choose to. So you should not be hungry. What is the difference between this and other cleanses on the market? Like I said, this is not a fast or a juice cleanse. You'll eat 3 healthy meals, you take supplements, and you replenish your body. A lot of these cleanses out there, like I said, you just kind of lose control of your organs, and you might eliminate toxins, but you're not replenishing, you're not revitalizing, you're not adding back, especially with a lot of juice cleanses. Juice cleanses make me crazy because that's mostly sugar. And depending on where you're getting your nutrients and stuff, we talked about it after the superfoods call with Darren O'Lean. I mean, if your vegetables are traveling more than 10 days to get to you, you've lost a lot of nutrients. So a lot of these cleanses out there, I'm not saying there's not good ones out there, but I'm saying that I haven't seen very many that do what this does on a health level. Let's see. If you're on medications, be sure to consult your doctor. That's a given, just to make sure everything is cool. You can send them to the website, or once you get your materials, you can take it in and show it to them, and just so you guys are on the same page and they know what you're doing or what you're up to. The Reset is completely gluten-free. For you gluten people, there is no gluten in the Reset. Yay. If you're pregnant, you should not reset or cleanse at any time. Cleansing, during pregnancy, your body's already going through dramatic changes, and it needs all of the fuel and support it can get. A cleanse can be somewhat traumatic, and you're stripping things out of your body, and also you're on a reduced amount of calories, whereas when you're pregnant, you need to be on an increased amount of calories. So cleansing is never a good idea for pregnant women. Vegan Shakeology is recommended. A couple times I've done it with regular if I just didn't have vegan or didn't get it in time. But vegan is recommended. Obviously, there is dairy in regular. So if you want to really follow the cleanse the way it is intended and laid out, that is what's recommended. Like I said, you have access to the participant portal. I'm going to get into sharing with you guys what you have back in that website a little bit. You're going to have access to a shopping list, and this comes from someone who has done it before and failed at this part of it. The shopping list pretty much shows you everything you could use for the week for every recipe, and you're going to find that you're going to be making choices. So when you go shopping, make sure you look at your week first and pick your recipes, because I bought a bunch of stuff I didn't need. Not that I didn't use it or it wasn't good or anything like that, but make sure you plan it out, because that list has everything on it for the whole entire week. You might find that you're going to the store maybe a couple times, because these are whole foods. It depends on the week. Some of them with the root veggies, those are going to last longer. So depending on, if you're going shopping, maybe you can rotate things around. That was what I knew to do by the second time. I knew the recipes I didn't like, because there was a couple I didn't like, and I'm not going to share them with you so I don't taint your experience. I recommend trying everything and deciding what you don't like on your own. So that's what I knew by the second time. I knew what I didn't like, and I also knew what I could make extra of. For some of you that work, that's going to be the benefit of being in a group, because we can say, hey, make more than this, more of this, because you're going to have it a few times, or you can have it for lunch, or, whatever. We can help you kind of look at that and tell you what meals will keep. For those of you that are working, this is going to be prep. That is the one challenge that some of you might find with this. However, I would like to mention, and I do have this in my tips at the end, you can't work out when you're on the cleanse, or when you're on any kind of cleanse or reset. And when I say that, you can't strenuously work out. I would do walking. I did some gentle yoga. So look at your prep time as your workout time. That's your workout time for the day. So whether you worked out for 30, 45 minutes, whatever it may be, that's your food time. That's your time for preparing your food during this journey. You're going to get back there, like I said, you have cooking shows and recipes, a day-by-day schedule, so it'll break down when you eat, when you take your supplements, because that's a timed thing. It'll tell you, eat breakfast, then 3 hours later take your supplement, then this, then this. It'll kind of break it down for you so you'll know when to do everything. There's a bunch of self-care and lifestyle things back there that you guys will have access to. that's another thing about this time. This time is a time for a different part of your journey. It's not about the physical journey. So this is a really great time to focus on some self-care. Pamper yourselves during this reset. Take hot Epsom salt baths. Read the mind tips back there. It's a great time to plug into the Mind, Body, and Soul group and really engage in some of the self-care things that we've learned in that group. Drinking lots of water and green tea, doing some yoga, maybe doing some journaling. This is a time for you to really focus on the mind and the spirit part of your journey. So get into some good personal development, focus on loving yourself, focus on being gentle and patient with yourself. Like I said, the hot Epsom salt baths are great because that's going to also help you detox and pull toxins out of your body. Be girly. Give yourself some nice clay facial masks. Your skin's going to be looking awesome at the end of this. So really pamper yourself. And I'm going to get into some tips now that I already gave some of them. But I will say when you're doing the supplements, some of them are probably not going to be your favorite thing ever. The Alkalinize, me and my group nicknamed the Green Monster. And it's kind of like a little seaweed drink. So I don't recommend taking it in a big glass of water. I recommend mixing it in a smaller glass of water and actually add even as little as a couple tablespoons of water and make a paste out of that Alkalinize, the green. And then once you add some water, maybe add 6 to 8 ounces, it'll mix up really nicely for you and it won't be chunky. There's a tip from someone who drank chunky Green Monster from the first round. So they recommend you drink it with 12 ounces. So I would drink that quickly. And I'm a big Asian fan, so I love seaweed. So it didn't bother me. And then I would drink my full glass of water afterwards. If you want to drink a big glass of seaweed water, you can. The other one, the colon cleansing one, I forget which one that's called. I think it's the Detox. That one has a gritty consistency, but it also is lemony, so at least it tastes like lemony grit. Same thing. I recommend just doing that in a smaller amount of water and, plug back into your college days and just shoot that thing down, don't drag it out. Megan was texting me when she was going through the reset and she's like, I'm trying to drink it through a straw. And I was like, oh my God, just drink it. Okay. Just slam it down and drink it and then drink your water after. And some of them are pills. So some of them, and they're all made from like vegan capsules and stuff. So I think those are the only 2 drinks, and the other ones that I mentioned are in pill form. I highly recommend maybe like a week to 10 days before you start this, start cutting back on your caffeine and your sugar. Start really watching that. If you don't want to detox horribly, then start doing that. If you're a coffee drinker, start switching to tea. And start doing it slowly. Start cutting back, because that'll be. I'll tell you guys what. Every time I quit coffee, I'm on a no coffee kick right now. Every time I quit it, I realize why I quit it. Because it's really stressful on your body. It's super stressful on your adrenal glands, and that will be the one thing you'll notice detox from. Caffeine and sugar are the 2 big ones. So I highly recommend being conscious of that leading into the cleanse. It'll just help you. It'll help make it a better experience. Planning ahead, that's going to be what your group is helpful for, but this isn't one of those things where you just wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, what am I eating today? No, you have to look at it a week ahead of time. These are going to be foods that you're not going to just have in your fridge. There were a couple things that I had never heard of, and a couple of them you might not be able to find, and you'll find like the closest one to it. I think there's like a kombucha squash or something, and I had to get an acorn squash or something. So, you don't have to be super anal about it, and I even think they tell you in there what you can substitute if you can't find things. The good thing about us doing it in September is you can still have some access to some farmers markets, so I'm looking forward to that out here for sure. But definitely it's going to be something you have to plan ahead. So look at the week ahead of time. Plan out before you go shopping. We'll help you plan how many meals of each you can make ahead of time. Some of them you can't. But like I said, we're just going to count that as our workout time. ask a lot of questions, whether it's in the group. There's going to be some of us that have done it before. Like I said, you'll have access to that participant portal. If you want to jump in that Facebook group, I know that they're always posting really good tips and things. You have access to a nutritional department if for some reason you start feeling anything you think is abnormal. So you're going to have all the support and resources you need per usual. I think that was all I had. I wanted to open up the line. If you guys, do you guys have any questions? Are you scared? Are you excited? I will tell you guys, this is going to change your health permanently moving forward. So for those of you that are considering it, it's just so good. It's so healthy for you. It's so good for you. And like I said, that first time I did it, it changed my health permanently. I felt it. And, you know, we're exposed to so many chemicals and toxins on a daily basis from the foods we eat, our water, our air, and like I said, the things we put on our skin, the things we put in our body. This is just something really healthy that you're going to do for yourself. And for those of you that haven't done it before, you're going to have a lot of support. And afterwards, like moving forward on your health journey, once you start working out again, you're going to feel like the Hulk. You're going to feel like Superwoman. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I said, it changed my health. It changed my body. It changed my life. So I'm really excited to see where some of you guys go with this for sure. Any questions?
Hey, Heather, how long do you have to wait if you wanted to do it a second time? Is there a time frame?
There is a time frame, and that's a great question, and I don't know if I know the answer to that. This is something, it's such an extensive thing you're doing for yourself. I really feel like once a year is really sufficient, and then I feel like in the interim, I think the 3-day refresh in between that is a really great thing to do. So you can do the 3-day refresh like every 3 months. And that's a 3-day great way to overall, I mean, it doesn't give you the overhaul that this does, but it's a great way to maintenance maybe. That's a good way. Also, I will tell you guys, that brings up a good point. They do have a maintenance package after you complete the refresh, because after listening to these videos today by Darren O'Lean, and just so you guys know, I went, I was looking at them through coaching codes, but you can find the Ultimate Reset websites, I believe, in the Coach Online office. But he talked about each supplement and why we need it. And he even said, like, moving forward, these are so good for you to keep your pH in balance, to feed yourself pre and probiotics, to oxygenate your blood, to detox. These supplements are really great after if you want to maintain this and keep providing your body what it needs. So that's what I would really recommend doing. I would recommend doing the Ultimate Reset once a year. And you can decide. I love doing it in the fall. I think right after the summer, before you go into the holidays, it's a great time. Spring is another good time to do it if you catch everybody before they go on that spring break or midwinter break. So I definitely recommend doing that once a year. If you want to continue with the supplements, you can get those on Home Direct. Those are awesome. Definitely research it. Watch some of these videos that I watched. And you can they probably even have on the website. I don't know if they have the Darren O'Lean ones on there or not. But if you go to that Coaching Codes website, some of you guys probably aren't going to know what that is, but I'm sure you can find them even on YouTube or on in the Coach Online office. And then I would recommend doing the 3-day refresh like every 3 months or so in between the big reset. And I think that would keep you on a really great track. But I think if you went to that website, Kathy, and looked at that, you'd probably get a specific date, time frame or something. I want to say it's maybe like 6 months. They do, once you are finished with the reset, they recommend, don't freak out when you get your materials, because it says you probably shouldn't drink or eat meat for 6 weeks. And I've had some people like almost fall over. So I have not followed that per se. I will say just be careful. If you go out and go drinking the day after you end a cleanse, you're going to be a really cheap date. Just be careful. You know, you just eliminated toxins out of your body, and your body's like a virgin body again. So same thing with meats. I would recommend easing back into that, maybe easing back into it with white meat. That's a little easier on your digestive system. But, you know, I went out and ate after, and I never had any problems. So, you know, you got to do what's right for you. What's right for me was not waiting to wait 6 weeks for me, because I wanted meat after the refresh. Anyone else have any questions? Have all of you gotten the refresh yet, or are some of you thinking about it? Or I know we have both here.
I haven't gotten mine yet. I'm going to order it on Friday.
Okay. That was another thing I was going to tell you guys. There's a lot of different options for ordering. So whether you're a coach or you're a customer, I definitely recommend logging on to teambeachbody.com, going to the shop tab, and there's an ultimate reset tab. If you log in and you're a coach, it'll show you all your discount prices. If you're a customer, it'll show you all your options. Obviously, the challenge pack's the best way to go if you're a customer. And there's also a dual pack if someone is wanting to do it with you. I know we had some couples that were going to do it together. So there are different options. So I recommend logging in there. And if you have any questions, obviously reach out to your upline or in Team Inspire. I would be happy to talk to you about any of that. Anybody else have any questions? Comments, fears, anxieties? It'll be fun. It'll be cool. We're all going to do it together. So like I said, if you haven't already done so, take a look at the Ultimate Reset website. There's all kinds of info on there. And we start 9/14, which is, we want to make sure to do it. It's the Monday after Labor Day. So it'll be a great time. And if you are a coach, start advertising for this. You know, post Labor Day, you know, end of summer. So many people are, you know, the kids are going back to school, summer's over, campouts are over, picnics are over. People are ready for this. So definitely start advertising for it. And that's about it, you guys. If there's nothing else, I will say good night. Anyone else have anything else they want to add? You're good? Okay, have a good night, you guys. Make sure you let us know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.